Hey, Phobos, how you doing? Dan and the legend that is, the Hodge. A little bit of pancakes and coffee with Matt and Dan. No, where's the fucking pancakes?
Hat Brothers.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's it.
I've literally just shaved my head as well. But I'm peeling. And the thing is as well, when I shave my head, I get I miss little bits. I have like a little island on there. But it is what it is. So, discussions today. What we're discussing?
I think it'd be a really good thing to talk about fatigue, and because we've got obviously we're in the middle of the middle of the Open, so people want to be able to come in and give their all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also something that's quite close to my heart at the moment because I've just come off the back of quite a big competition, which I trained really hard for.
You guys done well as well. Well done.
And then I went into a diet where I was trying to prove a point to myself and to other people about ketosis. Went into that. And then I fell off my motorbike, got injured, and now I'm really struggling mentally to get back into training.
Trying to find that. Well, one, you've got to find movements that you can do, because you've got to find movements you can do with a dirty scab on your knee and hip, which is massively restricting because the first year thing that we do is knee and hip created. And also you've got to find, so it's building that strength and getting that conditioning. So, do you feel you overtrained for the NFG?
Yeah, massively.
You did, didn't you? You were training twice a day, weren't you?
3 times a day sometimes.
Was you? It's fucking insane, man. That's so insane.
But
So-
they weren't like short sessions either, so I'd come in and do stuff after class, and then I'd go and meet Lee, or Lee would come to me. And I remember one day I did 45 minutes of rowing in the morning, and then before the 12:30 class I did Cindy, and then Lee turned up and we did 4 hours in the afternoon, and stuff like that.
So this is like what I say a lot to people, right? Is you've got to think about. Gemma brought up a really good question. She asked me yesterday. She said, "Would you rather train to look good, or would you rather train to become an amazing athlete?" And it's a really good question, right? So here's the thing. So let's say, for example, you see like the games athletes, yeah, or whatever, someone of that level. These guys are training, it's their job. They train 9 till 5. 9 till 5, that's their job. That's what they do for a living. So that's what you're up against if you want to come up against that competition. You need to quit your job, go and get sponsored and work.
Well, Eddie Hall put it in a really good way, didn't he? About the fact that it's a career.
Yeah.
So it's not even like it's a job where you train 2-3 times a day and that makes you an athlete. It's all the other stuff. It's like, you know, the different chambers that you have to sit in, the breathing techniques, the mobility. It's not just coming in and doing Fran.
Yeah, every now and again there's that one person that can train probably 3 hours a day and they would just be an unbelievable athlete. He's just like, Fronin's one of them. You're just a freak, right? But 9 out of 10, the normal person, if you wanted to go to the games, right, is even if you were a 9 to 5, I train 9 to 5 because that's my job, you still, the chances of you getting to the games are still minuscule. So that shows you what you're up against. So 95% of our members that come to us, I say train because they want to be a fitter version of themselves, right? That they want to be healthy, they want to be fit, they want to be fitter than they've ever been. Some people in their 50s, we've got them fitter than when they're in their 30s and their 20s. So that's their goal. But I think sometimes that can get lost in translation as well. And like, you look at someone, I'm like, okay, your mobility doesn't allow you, I might be going off subject a little bit, but your mobility doesn't allow you to Olympic lift. Does that mean that you're going to become a worse athlete? Or it doesn't allow you to overhead squat, or it doesn't allow you to do this, it doesn't allow you to do that. Or you don't have the strength to be able to, let's say, for example, do certain stuff. Does that mean that you're not going to be the greatest version of yourself? Absolutely not. It's like 3 movements out of 101, 105 movements in CrossFit. So I think,
Is that right?
yeah, it's 105, yeah. It used to be 101, now it's 105. They brought in a hammer thing on there. So he's trying to find what's your reason for doing the training. Yeah, and 100%. Philippa was a great example. She was coming in every day, every other lesson, like anything she could do, which was fantastic. Oh my God, she's number 1 in her age category. Did you know that? Yeah, Philippa's number 1 for the first workout in her age category, which is just fucking incredible for the Open, which is brilliant. But she'll say herself, she was fucking sore, she was aching. I'm like, there's no benefit. You're not getting a benefit to that. So you've got to figure out why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. So what are you going to do now? You've got to make a plan, right?
Yeah, we've got the 3 peaks that we're going to do next year, but we're doing it. Pete Butters is going to sail us around, so it's sailing from peak to peak.
That's cool.
So you got to run further, which is fine, but it's not. I'm just really struggling. I literally am. I'm like, I've never been in this stage before where I'll go in and train. Like yesterday morning, I did some gymnastics because, like you say, I can't really do much for my hips.
So restricted. Yeah.
And then last night I was training a client over in Central, and this massive dude who's just funny. We never really speak. He's completely opposite to me. He's all aesthetics. I mean, he's got arms like this. He's got like shoulders out here, but he can't deadlift. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, can't deadlift any more than like 150, 140 kilos. His squat's like 100 kilos. But his bench, which I did train with him yesterday, did 140 for 6.
Fuck. But that's great. But it's just an extreme of one level. It's not functional. He's nothing that's functional.
But it also isn't. He doesn't want to be functional. He doesn't. He just wants to walk.
That's his thing.
Yeah, he wants to walk through the club on a Friday night and pull any bird that he wants.
Yeah. And bencher. So here's the thing, right? As well, that you got to remember. Take for example Matt Fraser. Without a shadow of a doubt, by the time he's 50, he will be fucked. Fair comment?
Yeah, there'll be a few things wrong.
There will be a ton of shit wrong because he's pushing his body to the extreme, which is one part of CrossFit, right, or one part of training, which is what you've done for the comp. But then, so there's a couple of things you've got to realise. Is a lot of people train because it's a fucking output, right? We're irrelevant of what it is. It's an outlet, yeah? Like, I have to train because I have to get that outlet, right? I have to get rid of whatever's going on. But also there's the other reason why people train, that's to be fit and to be healthy. And to be fit and to be healthy, you need to listen to what your body's saying to you. And you need to work on the things as well. You need to work on those things that necessarily you don't like doing. Like you're talking about your guy that loves doing bench. But he needs to be working on them things that he's not necessarily doing. So he needs to be working on his gymnastic skills. He needs to be working in them areas. He needs to be working on his mobility, which we lose massively. So I'd love you to fire some ideas what you think, where you think Matty should go. Me and Matt, maybe we should do something. Let's do a little training session and get it set up, because we need to set them goals. You need to have an end result. What is it? Where is it I want to get to?
See, I think that's the thing with some of my clients at the moment, especially, is like trying to wean them, like calm people down, especially in here. You're just trying to calm people down. Everybody's so excited when it gets to the workout that they just bounce off that ball. They don't use the ball for the...
They're not understanding why is it there.
Yeah, and they're coming in tired. So they're coming in and they're being like, oh my God, I'm really sore, this, that and the other. A brilliant woman to follow or to listen to is a girl called Steph Cohen on Instagram, who owns Hybrid Performance. She talks about stimulus, and she talks about, you don't need to be sore. And she can squat 220 kilos at 70 kilos. She can squat 220 kilos.
I saw that. I know the chick you're talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
She's mental.
Yeah.
But she says herself, if you're sore, you haven't been training or you haven't been recovering properly, because you shouldn't be sore. Which makes sense, because your body is then going into trauma, which is then going to take it longer. Because it can take anywhere up to a week and a half for your body to be able to recover from a good squat session, a good bench session, a good deadlift session.
I mean, look, so I'm another end. Like, for me, I train once a day. I usually just train in the class, right? I'll train once a day. I'll train 5 days a week, 6 days a week. My strength has remained the same the whole way through. My skill level's gone through the roof, and my conditioning's fucking great. And that's the thing from it. It doesn't necessarily mean that because you're doing more, you're going to get the benefits from it. You're gonna.
I don't know. You should have spoken to this guy last night. He was like, arms every day. Really? Every day. Because honestly, I can't feel my chest today. He had me. I did 110 for 10, and then we built up to a drop set. I'd start at 120 for 2, and then down to 110, then down to 100, then 80, then 70, then 60, 40, and then 50 bench with the bar. Oh, and all this. And then he was like, no, we're just going to do a quick arm circuit. His quick arm circuit was half an hour long.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was walking out, fuck that. What's happening here?
Look, where's the functionality behind it? And it's right? If you want to be aesthetic, like a great other person to look at is Mihir. Mihir's making that transfer now from aesthetic, because he was very aesthetic based, to functional. Like, I was watching his pull-ups, I was like, oh mate, your pull-ups have got so much better, because he's learning to be functional with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's making that transition behind and understanding what you're doing. So what's the signs that you're overtraining?
Yeah, soreness. But also, like, for me at the moment, like, it's relationships as well. like you can start questioning different things that you're doing, or like you can mind play tricks on you all the time, right? Because true fatigue, I can wake up and I'm fine. Like I wake up in the morning, I'm absolutely fine. But throughout the day, I'm constantly like low or high or this, that, and the other. And I'm very body aware, and I'm very good with obviously all my nutrition and stuff like that.
Well aware of hormones. You're very
yeah. So it's kind of like, so for me, I went away this weekend. We went up to the Malvern Hills, and I needed to clear my head. So we went and camped. So we went and made a big fire on top of the hills and took the dogs and all this. And like for me, that's quantum of solace, isn't it? It's kind of like chill, calm, happy days. Sorry, man. But so that needs to bring me back into check. But also, you don't just eat a shed load of food and then suddenly you're all well again.
Yeah, that's what George Corey done. He done that after the Open. He was there. I realised that was my George Corey voice. I realised that I no longer I hadn't eaten any sugar, and he had like cans of sugar and fucking pizza and whatever. And it's absolutely the wrong way of going about it.
It's a 15-minute workout.
But I get why people do it. I totally get it. Just say we're going to do 5 minutes. So I think the signs for it as well, you can, I mean, it leads to depression, it leads to soreness. There's so many different cues you should be looking for. So it's taking you the other way. It's your body saying to you, you're doing too much, it's too much for me. And also, you've got to do a gradual build up into that stuff. But CrossFit is completely addictive. I totally get it as well. So let's talk about goals.
But yeah, well, just so there is a product which I would definitely recommend. Is a product called Noon. It's natural electrolytes. So it's salts and minerals and vitamins that really, really help. You know, not necessarily give you the. It's not like taking an ecstasy pill. You know, not that anybody's ever done that before. Did someone say that?
Fuck, what are you talking about?
Anyway, so it's like literally from the outside in. It's really helped me. Then it's something that I will supplement now when I'm trying to come into this transition. And then I need to set a goal. So goal, yes. How do you goal set?
Goal set. So the best you got to think of. First of all, what you do is you go to what's your end goal. All right. So what is it? Is it that you want to be able to do something on an obstacle course? Is it that you want to be able to fucking pick your kid up? Is it that you just want to walk upstairs and don't get out of breath? So whatever your end goal is, you need to take that and then you need to go, right, how do I build towards it? Take, for example, Hannah Osgood. She's trying to get into the fire service. So therefore we know what the end goal is. So because we understand the end goal, I know how I need to train her. So we need to train according towards it. So it's understanding your end goal. What is it that you're coming for? Why are you coming here? Why are you going to any box? Why are you doing any form of fitness? What's the end goal of it? Understand that and then go towards it. And you can't don't rush. But also you can't have too much of a goal. You know, if you go over the top with it, and then all you do is you break it down and do it step by step. If you work off that method, you're always going to win. It's like any goal of any life. You have a look at what's your outcome, what do I want to achieve, all right, and then how do I get there? And have good coaches around you. Ask all the right questions, and it's 100% going to get you where you need to go. You just need to let the brain know what you're looking to achieve, and it'll take you.
And just enjoy it, because what I didn't like. By the end of all my training, I was not
miserable fuck up.
Yeah, I wasn't enjoying it at all, and and that's what I mean. Like now, looking back, it's like, is it worth it? Like 100%, I set that goal, and like we achieved that goal, and it was amazing. It was a great moment, but realistically, it's just been miserable.
So think about what your goal is. Same as the Open. If you're doing the Open at the moment, think about what your goal is. What's your goal? Are you just coming to experience the Open? I just want to do every workout. I just want to have a bit of fun of it. I want to take on the environment, or is it like I'm trying to go to the games? Either of them is fine. All right, you're not going to get to the games in your first year. You probably won't get it in your 5th year. But you can see where you're at and go, okay, this is where I'm at. So what do I need to achieve to get there? And then great, I can help you. We can most certainly help you. Or I want to get this place in the world, or I want to be in the top 200 or in the country, or whatever it is. Set yourself a goal. 100% will help you get there. All right, guys, listen, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, what do they do?
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Peace out. Cheers.